Hey folks, Barry here from BK Inspections. Got a good tip for you today about your water heater, specifically something called the TPR valve. That's short for temperature and pressure relief. This is a valve that sits near the top of your water heater. It can be on the side or sometimes it'll be mounted on top. That's it right here. This unit has a top-mounted TPR valve. Regardless of its location, it functions the same. What it is a safety release valve. So if the temperature in your water heater or pressure inside of your water heater gets too high, the TPR valve is designed to open up and let water out to reduce this pressure, preventing your water heater from turning into a bomb, basically. Now, if this tank had no TPR valve or one that's stuck or capped off, which I've seen, darn thing's leaking, better hit a cap on it. That means that if this tank ever overheated, it could explode or launch itself like a missile. I am not exaggerating. These things will shoot right through your roof. Now, it's rare, but when it happens, it can be absolutely catastrophic. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, BK, how the heck can I test this thing? I don't want a bomb in my house, and I don't blame you. Fortunately, there's nothing to it. First, locate your water heater. Okay, step one, water heater found. Then locate your TPR valve. Okay, this one's right on the top. Notice there's a little lever there on the top, and that's what you will use to conduct your safety check. First of all, make sure the valve's not too hot. Give it a quick touch. Remember, this is a hot water heater. So you don't want to get burned. Then all you have to do is just gently lift the valve's lever. Well, actually, before you do that, you should probably check first that the water isn't just going to spray in the floor or all over your face. So yeah, look how this one's plumbed. We've got your valve connected to a piece of CPVC, which is then routed around the water heater to a drain pan in the bottom. Okay, so we're good to go there. It's not going to just the water. We know where the water is going to go. The drain pan is especially useful because it allows us to know if it's been discharged. If there's water in that pan, I know that my TPR valve has activated, and I need to take action. Call a plumber. Additionally, if the drain pan fills with this particular setup, if it fills up, it can only go, so far, or they'll start leaking in the floor. This has a drain built in, have sort of tapered, angled downward. This drain pan has to fill up before it begins going down the drain, which then drains outside to a conspicuous location. Which would then alert the homeowner to the problem while simultaneously keeping the pan from overflowing and causing water damage. It's a great setup, but you need to know where all that water is coming from. All of a sudden you see a bunch of water draining outside your condensate line or your drain line, whatever it's hooked into. You need to know what that is in order for it to be effective should this valve ever malfunction. So when you pull the lever, we'll give her a quick test here. You should hear the water coming out. Okay, you heard that? And now, I bet if we come over here, we can see it draining out. Confirmation that everything is in order. If it did function properly, if it was continued to drip or it was sticking or if no water comes out, it needs to be replaced. And no big deal. It's a $20 fix if you do it yourself, and it's very DIY-able. You got a wrench, pair of pliers, and some elbow grease. It shouldn't be a big job at all. Pick yourself up on at Lowe's and get to work. One thing to note, that drain pipe cannot be PVC. If you're installing one of these, the biggest install error I see is the drain pipes for the TPR valve being made with PVC. PVC isn't rated for hot water, just can't handle the heat. You can use CPVC. This example uses CPVC. You can use copper, PEX, galvanized steel, basically anything but PVC, which you just can't handle the heat. It needs to be 3/4 inch diameter, which is the same as the valve outlet. and make sure it runs downhill. I know that may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised what we see out there. And as I mentioned previously, terminate visibly. Into a floor drain or a drain pan or somewhere conspicuous outdoors. You should never drain these into a sink or a sewer line or any kind of drain without an air gap. You need to be able to see if there's water coming out. This is how you know when your water heater is overheating. So don't hide the evidence. This is super duper important. Remember that. Now, to be clear, your TPR valve might never activate. Heck, in all honesty, it probably won't ever activate. I've never had one that did. But if it does, it's your last line of defense, and you need to take action. So treat it with respect, make sure it's installed right, and give it the occasional test. And then you can go back to never thinking about it like most of us do. That's today's tip from BK Inspections. Thanks so much for watching. Like, follow, and share if you learned something new today. Who knows? Next time there might be kittens. See you then.